In this world of popsicles, there are some basic tools that are necessary. You can agree with me that blending and mixing are one of the most essential processes in the production of popsicles. I'm sure you can, right? But are all these tools really necessary for us to get, especially as beginners and as someone who is under budget? Let's find out today. Number one, your blenders. Your blender is not just another smoothie tool. It is the machine, it is the engine that decides your texture, your consistency, and your creativity. They decide if your popsicles come out silky smooth or icy and grainy to an extent. So I use this type of home blenders just at home for demonstrations, like when I'm making a video. I love to use this, especially so if you're doing like a small scale production or you're just practicing, you can use this type of blenders. But definitely as you scale, as you expand, you want to get an industrial blender, something that is much stronger. We'll get back to the blenders later. Number two, the mixers. You have the hand mix, the electric mixer, you have the hand whisk, you have your electric stand mixer, right? There are different types of mixers. There are big ones, there are small ones. The stand mixer is for like when you now have large production or you have large batches to produce, it helps you to mix. So the mixers are just for mixing your popsicle mix. These ones can be used when you are a beginner. So number three, a food processor. A food processor, you use it to puree like fruits, like biscuits, nuts, or any tough or thick ingredient, that you don't want totally blended up. Number four, you have your hand blender, or what you call an immersion blender, right? So you can just use it like this directly into your bowl, into your mix. You don't need to like pour, for your blender, you need to pour it first into the blender before you can use it. But this one, you just mix it directly wherever it is, whether it's in the bowl or wherever it is. I totally love this immersion blender, especially for someone like me I don't usually like my popsicles completely smooth sometimes, and it depends on the flavor as well. I like some chunks to be in there, so this one would ensure that everything is not well blended, if that makes sense. And also you have, I think number five, you have your spatula. This small but mighty tool, you use it to scrape every nook and corner, every inch. You know how expensive popsicle ingredients are. I don't need to even announce it to you. So this one will help you scrape every corner. It will help you clean the top of your mold after you've poured your mix into the holes of your popsicle mold, and you see that there's excess on the top. This one will just help you clean, scrape everything. Very, very useful tool. I don't play with my spatula, and they are not expensive in the market as well. So now that I've shown you most of the mixers, blenders, and all of that, are they all really necessary? Don't get confused when you see videos of people using all of this. I am here to show you just two that are necessary and essential for you to get in the beginning of your popsicle production. Blenders. Blender in popsicle making is a must. It's non-negotiable. It's an essential. You can't do without them. So they are the first tool or appliance that I am going to recommend that are necessary and compulsory for you to get if you want to start popsicle making. But make sure you separate the blenders you use in your house if you are going to start a business, because you don't want the flavors or aromas of tomato pepper being in your popsicle mix for your customers. Okay, so number two is a tie between these two. To be honest, these two come in very handy, but if I had to choose between these two, this would come first. So you need a blender and you need a spatula. Because this helps you you can mix with it. Number two, you can scrape every nook and corner of anything into your mold. Then number three, it helps you to fold in like nuts, like if you have fruits, chocolate chips, it helps you to like gently fold in your mix, right? That's why I think this is what I would choose. But if you had an option to also choose, they are not expensive, I don't think. A hand whisk comes in useful as well, especially when you're doing creamy popsicles. It helps to make your mix lighter. The function of a whisk is just to whisk your mix, and it helps to incorporate air and lightness into your mix, which is helpful, which to be honest, I feel like a blender can do that to an extent. So if I had to choose, I'll just go with the spatula. But if you'll be doing more creamy mixes, a hand whisk would also come in useful. So one question I get asked a lot is, which blender is best for popsicle making? Which blender should I get? Which one is going to blend smoothly all my mixes and all of that? Which one is best for me to begin with or to start with? And at the end of the day, just use a good blender, right? A good blender would have really strong muscle, and it will have good blades, right? Those ones that have 500 watts plus. The reason why I say strong blades is because at some point you need to blend things with frozen fruits or things with nuts, and yes, you need a strong blender that can take all of that without wearing out. I should do a full blender review soon, so please watch out for that. So in conclusion, what have you learned from all what I have said? 1, get you a blender. 2, get a spatula. And if making creamy pops, then get a mixer. So let me know, which one do you already have, which one has been working for you, which one has been serving you. Did I leave any important mixing or blending tool out? Please let me know in the comment section, and see you in the next one. Bye.